That is super annoying. A stupid ass phone overheated and then crashed the damn life. But I'm so serious. This shit that these stupid motherfuckers are doing is just incredibly crazy to me. Because it's like y'all really playing everybody's faces, acting like people are dumb. When the reality is, they're sitting up here just doing stupid shit. And like I said, it's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence at all. All these different deaths, all these, different rituals, and just this industry shit. It's like everybody wants to hide behind closed doors. Everybody wants to sit up and act like what's going on isn't going on. And the reality is, this planet belonging to Lucifer and all the low vibrationals, there's a reason the Most High God has sent the high vibrationals here. And I'm not finna believe for a second that Jaguar's innocent about any of this shit. I'm not believing any of these people are innocent, because they have all, clearly shown that they are willing, they don't care. They're willing to eliminate anyone from this industry who's from the inside of the industry that they feel like is a threat. And if Malcolm Jamal Warner was truly about to expose people, and I heard that allegedly part of those people was also Bill Cosby, then the whole thing with Bill Cosby even saying that, Malcolm Jamal's death reminded him of when his own son was murdered, that spoke volumes to me. Because he didn't say Malcolm Jamal's death, like him accidentally dying. He literally said his murder. That it reminded him of when his son was murdered. And then Malcolm going from defending Bill Cosby as his mentor to saying, I can't speak on that. And then we've got Jaguar clout chasing off of Jay-Z now. We got Diddy basically naming and exposing her. We got Beyonce being accused of allegedly doing satanic rituals during her concert, and this isn't the first time. We have all these people a part of this music industry. Thank you for coming back, Cody. The last one, of course, they're going to crash the app. I don't give a fuck. But no, my phone did overheat. It was like hot as shit. And then the live froze. And then when I tried to start a new one, it said that I had to cancel the old one. RG said, is Jags West back to... Child, I don't know. And I don't care. I'm going to be honest, because I ain't even been on YouTube like that. I'm going to be honest. I really don't care if her and Old Musty are together or not. What I care about is the truth of her involvement allegedly in these satanic rituals being exposed. That's what I want to see exposed. Now, like I said, I saw that Grace is going to get locked up. And what's going to happen to Jaguar, honestly, is going to be very devastating. And I ain't going to hold y'all. I pray for Sam. I pray for his sanity. And I pray for his healing because he needs it. You know, it sucks when children have to suffer because of the sins of their parents. Because of the decisions that the parents made. I really don't know what's true or not true in terms of things that I've heard. I know that Sam said out of his own mouth that he said Jaguar allegedly was abusive to Giovanni. And I really hope that's not true, because that would be super sad if she actually was. But, I mean, Sam had a lot to say about his mother that wasn't positive. And children know their parents better than anyone because children see everything. So it's like, for me, looking at all of these people who are suddenly turning up dead, who were getting ready to expose people. And I remember having that conversation with Stone in the DMs on Instagram when we were still aligned. I said, I know you still work with Clive. But why is it that it seems like everyone connected to Clive turns up missing or dead, especially when it comes to Black people in the industry? It just, you know, I just don't see that being a coincidence. And Angie Stone going on the Vlad TV platform in 2023, detailing how she was disconnecting completely, not just from Clive, but she was basically leaving the industry. And then even when she said in that video where she talked about her and D'Angelo, and she said they made sure to cut the soul tie. I'll never forget that. She said they made sure to cut the tie that bound us together. See, soul ties are more than sex. You can have a soul tie with someone and never have had sex with them. A soul tie is when you are spiritually connected to a person or a group. And like Andrew said on in the comments on the last live, a lot of this shit is cult energy. Like I said, there's a difference between exploring kink in a fun way and being a full-on sadist, as Diddy is. And for someone who has been accused of such disgusting and sadistic acts, I just call bullshit on them, saying he was found not guilty of the RICO. This whole thing's been orchestrated to try to make Diddy and Jay-Z appear to be innocent. The thing with the lady that accused Diddy and Jay-Z of raping her when she was 13, and how out of nowhere she dismisses the case with prejudice, which meant that she could never bring it to court again. And then later she said that she was pressured and coerced into making that decision because she had been allegedly receiving threats from Jay-Z. And then the things that Jaguar has said about him on Piers Morgan. It's like, how do you believe what's true and what's fake? How do you know what's true and what's fake? What I know is that it seems like every time someone is about to expose him in particular, they either come up missing or they get dismissed some kind of way. And if Malcolm Jamal Warner really was sacrificed and murdered, I want to know who the fuck he was getting ready to expose. Like the friend, like I said on that video that I found on Facebook, when the friend said, Malcolm specifically told me if something happens to me, it wasn't an accident. And Malcolm told him, I feel like I'm being watched. I feel like I'm being followed. Angie Stone said that. So did Kim Porter. So did Kathy White. And who? Brittany Murphy and Whitney Houston. All of them said that. So the bigger picture, I'm gonna be honest, I don't give no fucks if Jaguar and Oat Musty are back together. I give a fuck about who the hell is truly involved in these satanic rituals, man. Who is truly involved that are being sent out to play advocate as a distraction so that no one will investigate them? Now, what Stone told me in the DMs on Instagram when we were still aligned, because we had that discussion about Clive, because I told him how, Jaguar has been saying for years that Clive Davis is behind all these people's murders and he's like the orchestrator allegedly and all this other shit. He immediately responded and said, Clive doesn't know Jaguar and Jaguar doesn't know Clive. He's like, Clive has never even met Jaguar. So, according to him, he's like, anything she says about Clive is a lie. But is it? Or were you lying? Because again, Vassal, your alleged brother that you keep claiming, that don't claim you, he was put on by Clive Davis. So, it could be either or. You could be lying to save face because of your brother. Or both of y'all could be lying. Who knows? But eventually the truth is going to come out. And if you and Vassal had anything to do with Angie's demise, that's going to be exposed too. Because I heard that was allegedly a possibility. And that allegedly there are relatives that are allegedly about to expose you and your brother for that. So it just remains to be seen. Neptune Pisces said Bill Cosby, maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Neptune, like for real. I'm really thinking that Malcolm found, because again, I researched it earlier tonight. Malcolm was adamantly defending Bill Cosby's legacy and the show's legacy, and really he was the only one. Of course, Raven didn't, because, Raven has her own feelings about Bill Cosby, just like with Tempest Bledstone and Lisa Bonet. And you notice with Keisha Knight Pulliam, she hasn't said much about Bill Cosby. But Malcolm definitely was defending his TV father and saying that he was a mentor and, it was hard and painful for him to imagine doing any of the things that he was accused of, but also saying, but that doesn't take away from the victims, because he's like, I don't want to ever imagine any woman being a victim of sexual abuse. So he was, in my opinion, straddling the fence, basically playing neutral. But then in his most recent interviews, he said he was conflicted about the allegations against Bill Cosby, which leads me to believe that he probably received some evidence that was irrefutable about the allegations. So let's just critical thinking for a second. If Malcolm received evidence that he could not refute, that would lead a person to being conflicted, because damn, you're my mentor, but I can't overlook this shit that I'm being shown. So now I don't know what to think. But maybe he felt a responsibility to expose whatever information was given to him. Because if it wasn't for that video on Facebook where the friend started spilling the tea, all of us would be believing that Malcom just suddenly drowned. And here's the other thing that the friend said, and his mom. Malcom was an avid swimmer. So how could he have drowned? How could he have drowned if he was an avid swimmer who was used to riding the waves, who was used to surfing, and he had on a fucking life jacket in the goddamn picture. So again, how does one drown? How, Sway, does a person drown wearing a fucking life jacket who's an avid swimmer? Somebody make that make sense, because it don't. Not at all. Miss Williams said, I just heard that the coroner said there was no water in his lungs. See what I mean? See what I mean? Just like Whitney had all them abrasions all over her fucking body, and Kim Porter had contusions and shit all in her lungs, like somebody beat her fucking lungs in. It's always some bullshit. That's wild. I'm going to definitely have to look up the coroner's report. Neptune immediately sounds fishy, right, and defensive, exactly. Cody and Aaron Carter as well. He tried to tell everything on the last podcast interview he did, then died of an overdose. He warned and trusted loved ones that he knew his time was up and who was involved, because they always know when their soul's about to get collected. Hell, Prince said that. Prince said he knew his time was coming. And hell, Michael Jackson produced his last album called This Is It. These motherfuckers know when the devil's coming to collect. They know that shit. Straight up. And guess what? On the Making of a Bad Boy that popped up in my social media, Albie Shore said that. He said, I know who every one of the people were that were involved in trying to kill me. That's wild. Miss William, when it comes to Jag, a lot of what she says is true, but when she involves herself, that's when the lies start. Exactly. Because like I said, I don't doubt the things that she has said that these people have done. I doubt her innocence. After hearing that Goomba shit, nah, my nigga. I don't believe your ass was innocent at all. I believe you was right there with them niggas doing that shit. And that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. And I definitely have the right to my opinion. I don't believe she was innocent worth a damn. Keisha Knight loves Bill and looks at him as a father figure. And she, too, said almost the same as Malcom. They said he got caught in a current. Right. And again, he had on a life jacket. He's an avid swimmer. How in the fuck could that have happened? Now, I do know that a current can pull you under, but if you're an avid swimmer, you can swim your way right back to the top, especially with a life jacket on. And Keisha and Malcom remained very close all these years, and that his brother, Nick Carter, is the one who sold him to Diddy. Wow. I mean, like I said, it's regardless of them acquitting him or not acquitting him, them basically not finding him guilty of the RICO, it doesn't mean he didn't do that shit. Riri, good to see you, my love. It doesn't mean he didn't do that shit. And it also doesn't mean that Jaguar could have been, could have participated. I mean, at this point, I don't put nothing past her. I don't. She sat up there and said that she rescued all these women from Epstein Island and she swam. And I'm just being honest, I've never seen Jaguar older photos where she looked fit enough to swim to an island. I'm just being real. That's not even me being funny. I'm being practical and realistic. Nothing about Nothing about her physique says that she was physically capable of swimming through the ocean to Epstein Island to go rescue women. And none of her alleged victims of Jay-Z and Beyonce have been brought forward. Not one. Tristan Green said, could have just had a heart attack swimming, but who knows? Right. And here's the thing. If he had a heart attack, the coroner's report would have revealed that. Like, straight up. So I don't know. And they said that he was perfectly healthy, just like everybody else. Kim Porter was perfectly healthy. Whitney Houston was perfectly healthy. Kathy White was perfectly healthy. Just saying. Miss Williams said, oh, and Trump is considering giving Diddy a pardon. Of course he is, because he is about to be exposed or not about to be. Trump has been exposed from being at the freak-offs. And here's the thing. Let's just say Trump does give Diddy a pardon, right? You think God's going to let them motherfuckers get away with that? See, what they keep forgetting is that tomorrow's not promised to any of us. You can be perfectly healthy and not wake up the next day. You can be perfectly healthy and end up taking a 6-foot deep nap. When it's your time to punch that clock, it's your time to punch that clock. And those that don't do right by God's people, well, I already showed y'all that Dante's Inferno, the levels of hell. And there's a level for crimes against humanity and those who are treacherous against mankind. So you might think you're getting away with some shit on this planet, but when you make your exit, that eternal wrath of God ain't no joke. See, I know there's people that don't understand when you've had an experience as I have, where you have died and gone to heaven and come back. When I tell y'all that great gulf is real, and that you can look through that great gulf and see hell, them 9 levels in the Dante's Inferno book ain't the only levels of hell, y'all. It's endless. So while these people might think they're getting away with shit on this planet, who's to say how much time they have left on the planet? Diddy's old, Jay-Z is old, Beyonce is old, and Trump is sure enough old. I saw both Clive Davis and Trump's coffins. And I saw Clive Davis's coffin with a big ass 83 on it, and I saw Trump's coffin with the big ass 82. Pardoning someone so that you won't get exposed doesn't mean the Most High God won't still expose you while you're living, sir. Elon Musk calling for the Epstein files to get exposed. You think that shit ain't about to happen? The pyramid is flipping. The just shall live by faith. The meek shall inherit the earth. The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. That's not just money, y'all. That's authority. These low vibrationals only have authority because they've sold their souls to low vibrational deities that run rampant on this planet that belongs to the fallen angels. But the true chosen, we were sent here because we're in a spiritual war. And there's casualties in war. So just because it seems like people think they're hiding what they've done. When I tell you the Most High God is exposing all of you, 2025 is not over. I told you guys in 2024, this was the year of exposure. And that every hidden thing and every person involved in these satanic rituals shall be revealed and exposed. Are they not? You can't hide from God. Not even President grab him by the pussy. You can't hide from God. And sir, even on Instagram tonight, people are posting the memes of you sitting up there with prepubescent girls on your lap. There's evidence. So even if he does pardon Diddy, sir, you're already guilty, sir. You're not getting away with that shit. Neither is Diddy. Or Jay-Z or the rest of the motherfuckers that allegedly participated in all this disgusting shit. Again, this was more than sex. Thelema is a dark magic practice, it's a dark sexual magic practice founded by Aleister Crowley, the original founder of the Church of Satan. And Thelema can feel very euphoric. I realized after talking with Jaguar that what they called subspace at the BDSM parties was actually Thelema. I had no idea that that's what the fuck they were doing to me when I was just exploring the kinky side and shit. I experienced subspace. It feels extremely euphoric. Anyone who's been raised in church, if you've ever experienced, a high vibrational, like Holy Spirit, it feels just like that. You just achieve it through sex. Technically through sexual magic. And you don't know people are performing sexual magic on you. You think you're just having like this euphoric orgy. No, they're doing fucking sexual magic on your ass. Just like she told me, they were preparing me as an offering, as a sacrifice. I didn't even know that shit. She said that the very first time she jumped in my chat on October 20th, 2024. I was like, how the hell did she know that? Well, I found out later how. The only way to know that is if you've participated in it. Then the spiritual significance of squirting. Again, the only way you know that is if you've participated in it. Hence why I keep saying there's no innocence there. There was definitely involvement. So we now have a man who's become president, who has been being accused for decades of having inappropriate relationships. Hell, the man said out of his own mouth on national TV that if Ivanka wasn't his daughter, he would probably date her. Pause. What in the entire fuck? That is your daughter. I wish a motherfucker would say some shit like that I had a child with. You would date your daughter if she... The fuck you mean, you nasty motherfucker? It's bad enough you done told the whole world that you can just grab women by the pussy and still became president. But to say if Ivanka is so beautiful, if she wasn't my daughter, I'd probably date her. There's something really wrong there. So I'm not surprised he's trying to pardon Diddy. You know why? Because Diddy can expose him. If y'all remember, please type VHS in the chat. If you remember me showing y'all last year that 1998 VHS RSVP tape to Diddy's party in 1998 and how Trump was on there. If you remember that, please put VHS in the chat. Now, if that motherfucker was at the Diddy party in 98, do you think it stopped then? You know how much dirt Diddy got on that motherfucker? Of course he's trying to pardon him. Come on now. Of course he is. Because he don't want Diddy goddamn exposing his motherfucking ass. He don't. It's going to happen anyway. It's going to happen anyhow. Cody said, a pardon doesn't mean immune from being taken to trial for other crimes. The chat keeps moving. From other crimes. Let me scroll back up. Damn it. Hold on. From other crimes by victims. Absolutely. Jalen Tannis, thank you for tuning in. If it's your first time, thank you and welcome to Dee's World. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Matter of fact, all y'all hit that like button as you come into the chat. Thank you. He said, Jaguar is just as involved in that satanic ritual abuse, just the rest of them. That schedule is her life, and this is so-called truth teller and so-called a woman. Damn it, it keeps scrolling down. Woman of God. Oh, absolutely, Jalen. That's what I'm talking about. That's absolutely what I'm talking about. Yeah. No, like I said, the whole woman of God shit it's some bullshit to try to get people to not see the fuck shit she allegedly has been involved in. And I'm only saying allegedly because we're also multi-streaming to YouTube. Let me see. Let me scroll back up. Neptune Pisces said, I remember you saying that you saw in the 5D that Jay-Z and Beyonce are going to get arrested sometime before this year will end. Absolutely. Rayfoot is already running. I told y'all him and Brandy was going to goddamn get arrested. I said they're all going to get interrogated. And if they don't get arrested before the end of 2025, it'll be by the beginning of 2026. So is Jennifer Lopez. So is Drake. So is Rick Ross. So is LeBron. So is Kimora and Russell. All these people involved are going to jail. They're already being investigated. So is Ellen. So is Kris Jenner. All of them. God's bringing all of them down. They're all getting exposed. And it's the Most High God that's doing it. Riri said, hell no. Gotcha, Riri. Miss Williams, no, not the baby. She was born in 1981. She's young, but yet... Damn it, the comments keep scrolling up. But yet in 1981, she took a photo with her parents looking like she was 2 or 3. No, Beyonce is definitely... I need y'all Beyonce fans to realize that she is indeed a dark witch. Did y'all not? Some of y'all probably wasn't on that live where I shared screen and showed you the video of her transforming into Sasha Fierce. Oh, and Oprah too. Oprah's definitely getting arrested on the Oprah show, where she talked about how something comes over her and she becomes Sasha Fierce, and whatever comes over her, she said it makes her stand up straight and it makes her back, and she becomes, baby, that's called demonic possession. And as a person who has done exorcisms, who has studied demonology and cast demons out of people, baby, that's a whole demon that allows you to become Sasha Fierce. Why the fuck do you think her face always becomes demonic? They always capture her face looking demonic as fuck when she becomes Sasha Fierce. Not to mention, I showed you guys the photo of her in the Baphomet corset. 3 times Baphomet. The whole entire corset was Baphomet. The middle image was Baphomet, the horns were Baphomet, and the penchant she wore was Baphomet. She had 3 times Baphomet on the cover of her Sasha Fierce album. If you don't believe me, go look that shit up right now, because I can't share screen because I'm on the app. But I've shown, matter of fact, just go look at my past lives where I share screen and showed y'all that. She has been a dark witch ever since she was conditioned allegedly by her mom. And again, I have to say allegedly for the sake of YouTube, but I've done the research. Them motherfuckers, them and the Jenners, they're a part of the same fucking coven. They are evil as hell. Sasha Fierce, that's a whole nother personality, aka a demon. Something takes over you. It ain't the Holy Spirit. It's not the Spirit of the Most High God. And then she had the audacity to refer as the Baphomet as the Most High this year during the damn Grammys on Candlemas. The satanic holiday where they do animal and or human sacrifice during the fucking Grammys. It's like, I wish people would wake the hell up. I really do. That's the only reason why I'm even doing these lives, is to get people to wake the fuck up. These people that y'all worship ain't who you think they are, bro. They're not. They're evil as fuck, and they are all a part of this shit. Again, I'm going to say allegedly for the sake of YouTube, but I've done the research. These motherfuckers is a part of this shit. Exactly, Riri. Final judgment. Absolutely. Cody said, which Jag has admitted to taking part in Thelema. She absolutely did. On my very platform. Riri, in the book I'm reading, there's many, many levels to hell, which mean many, many demons. Exactly. And I'm glad you're researching that. Because one thing I know, when I did exorcism, you cannot cast a demon out if you don't know what the demon is or where it came from and you don't know its name. It's impossible. My mom had got scared when I was studying demonology, when I was a part of that church, which later I definitely identify as a damn cult. But I was on, because of my spiritual gifts, they selected me, and we would be sent to cast demons and evil spirits out of people, places, and ironically, churches. In the churches that reported demonic activity, I would find out they were doing satanic ritual abuse, specifically satanic sexual ritual abuse. That's what prompted me to obsessively study about SRA. That's how I came across the satanic ritual calendar when I was studying SRA, because I could not figure out how in the fuck demons were infecting churches. And then I would talk to the children at these churches. And they started telling me things that they were afraid to tell the presiding bishop and the pastor about, how the pastors, specifically in Hannibal, Missouri at Robin Andrews Church, how they were so many relatives. There was so much incest shit going on. Kids being molested and raped by stepmothers, stepfathers, biological mothers and fathers, siblings, cousins. And I'm like, why is nobody doing anything about this? I go to the police. Police says it's hearsay. You have to have them come forward. They don't want to come forward. They're afraid. I go tell the presiding bishop. He says they're lying. Leave it alone. What the fuck do you mean leave it alone? These are kids. I was molested as a child in the church, at the church sometimes. I know what the fuck that's like. How do y'all not do anything about this? For those of y'all that have made negative comments about why my family don't fuck with me, that's why. Because I'm the only one from back home who is publicly speaking out against this shit and exposing it. And they hate it. Because of how it makes them look. So fuck all of y'all for saying that bullshit. You dumbass real rejects of YouTube that don't know shit about me. I'm going into churches wondering why there's demonic activity. I researched SRA. I found out that's why. They're doing satanic sexual rituals in the fucking church. And they're allowing children to be molested and raped and doing nothing about it. And the kids are terrified. Crying, terrified. I'm going to get in trouble. The same bitch who was accused, Robin Andrews, with your nasty motherfucking ass, you and your daughter, shut the church down when the church started getting investigated. And then filed restraining orders against the victims that accused them. But that's okay, right? That's okay to do in a church. God forbid you're gay, but that's okay to do in a goddamn church. Y'all don't know shit about me, what I come from and what I've done in the spiritual realm. But y'all didn't have so much to say because you are afraid of the power that I possess and the power that my voice carries on this very platform. I have been trying to get this shit to stop for decades. And I'm the only one with the courage where I come from to be the black sheep, to be the outcast, to speak out against it, to try to stop it, to try to get these people help. So that they know my platform is a safe place for you to come. And the very people that I interviewed with Let Me See Your Transcripts with, they turned on me. The same ones we did the fucking interview on her platform, what was it, 3 years ago? Before I ever even knew about her and Jaguar's beef or any of that bullshit, me, Maurice, and Levita, we all talked about the satanic ritual abuse and the sexual abuse we all endured at that fucking cult. Both of them motherfuckers turned on me because they got afraid. Maurice was afraid of how it was going to affect his business. Levita started getting death threats after we did that interview. That's how deep that shit goes where I come from. They've been trying to come for me. And I told them, I said straight up, you come for me, my ancestors is coming for your ass. You're not going to make it. Because they show me exactly what they about to do to your ass before you even try to reach me. And like clockwork, everything they tried to do, my ancestors fucked them up. And some of those people are not even living. And I didn't have shit to do with it. And I'm not even bullshitting. Some of them people actually fucking died that tried to come for my life because I'm exposing this shit, because it's fucked up that people in churches, I was raped in the church. And I was told to be silent and had to go to church and sit next to my ex-fiance and act like shit was normal. So all you real rejects of YouTube that didn't have my name in your mouth, fuck all of y'all. You couldn't have went through half the shit I've been through and still be an actual real life advocate. Truly trying to help people heal. Truly trying to get people to come forward. To hold these people accountable. I don't give a damn how old Dwight is. That motherfucker can die and rot in jail for all I give a goddamn. And he will. But as long as I'm drawing breath on this earth, I'm going to get justice for all of us whose voices were not heard. For all them kids that I tried to get help for, that all you nasty ass pastors and ministers and presiding bishops wouldn't do shit about. May you all burn in hell forever. And I mean that with all sincerity. There's no forgiveness for that. See, I'm not like Jaguar. I ain't out here in these streets doing the fucking bullshit pretending. I have lived this shit. As a child and twice as an adult, I have been raped. I know what it's like to be that kid scared to tell somebody what the fuck happened to you. And how the fuck you nasty ass bitches can sit in these fucking cult ass churches now under these nasty ass men that you know have been accused of rape, molestation, and grooming. Man, when I tell y'all the wrath of God is about to come down on y'all so hard, you don't even understand. And those of y'all that got kids, you should be ashamed of yourself. Because what if it happened to your child? I think if it happened to your child, you would take this shit way more serious. And you wouldn't keep sweeping this shit under the goddamn rug. And I'm speaking specifically to the people who I grew up with. Y'all know that shit is wrong. And you sit in these fucking churches and talking about you praising God? What God? Lucifer? All these kids that y'all wouldn't do shit about? And then you threatening people's lives and shit for talking and speaking out against it instead of getting justice for the people? Man, fuck all of y'all. I mean that with my whole heart. Fuck every last one of y'all. That don't make no goddamn sense. So you better hope and pray that that shit don't never happen to your children or your grandchildren. Demonic activity should never go on in a place that's called the house of God. And yet it does, just like it does in the industry. And because it's a church, everyone talks about it behind closed doors, but no one talks about it publicly. I don't want to be, I don't want to be the outcast like you, D. I don't want people to not fuck with me like they don't. Man, fuck all of y'all. I don't even need you motherfuckers for, I don't. Because a lot of y'all know, you knew your kids was getting molested. You knew that shit was happening. You didn't do a goddamn thing to stop it. You're just as guilty as the fucking predator. So no, I'm not going to rest until Forever Freedom is launched. And I have facilities in every goddamn state in this country to help rehabilitate and heal victims of survivors of sexual abuse and sex trafficking, because I know what it's like. And I am so powerful because I've had to overcome those demons. Those very demons that try to take over my mind after that shit happened to me. Y'all ain't shit for that. You're not shit for that shit. I mean, for real, y'all ain't shit for allowing that shit to happen to your kids. So many of us this happened to, and y'all wouldn't do shit. You wouldn't do shit to help none of us. And the majority of us, y'all didn't even fucking believe. I told every last one of them children, I said, please promise me something. Promise me that you will come forward when you get older. Because I can't do anything. I went to the police and they said it's hearsay. The pastors won't, and the bishop, leave it alone, D. I said, what do you mean leave it alone? Just leave that alone, because then people, no, they're not lying. I'm an empath. I can feel these children are not lying. Just leave it alone, D. They lying. They're trying to just get money. Get money. None of them ask for money. They ask for help. Why in the fuck does this happen in goddamn churches? I can see why it happens in the industry. Why does it happen in churches? And the pedophiles and rapists sit on the pulpit and pretend to love God. Just like Jaguar's pretending to be a woman of God. Well, women of God don't threaten other women and children to be raped and bullets put in their head. And ma'am, that just happened 2 years ago in 2023. That wasn't a long time ago. So you're no different than the very disgusting people I come from. That's why I don't give no fucks about what dumbasses on YouTube have to say about me. You have never walked my life. You know nothing about me. But the amount of strength it took to go through and come through that shit and still be an advocate and still be loving and still be encouraging, y'all couldn't have did it. You would have lost your fucking mind, and most of y'all would have blew your goddamn brains out. And some of y'all have tried to. Because they couldn't deal with the pain. They couldn't deal with the trauma. So I don't give no fucks about people being fake. I don't give no fucks about people trying to sweep shit under the rug and trying to hide. It is the Most High God that is exposing every last one of you. Especially you nasty motherfuckers sitting up in these goddamn churches. It's not just Jay-Z and Diddy. It's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that are doing this shit. All of y'all are being brought down. Every last one of you. Your time is coming. Trust and believe that shit. Trust and believe that shit. Your motherfucking time is coming, bro. Straight up. You're not getting away with this shit. None of them. Cody said, so every time I enjoyed Subspace has been Thelema 1000% family. The big 2025, the year of exposure. Exactly. Not just the Freemasons. All these nasty ass motherfucking people. Thank you for the VHS confirmation. Because, yeah, Trump was definitely on that VHS tape in 1998 at the Diddy party on November 4th. And November 4th is also a satanic revel celebration. Ironic that he was born on that day. Riri said, it's your inner demon. Right. That damn Sasha Fierce shit is definitely a fucking demon. All the horses she blatantly on the show. Yeah, her doing the 4 horses of the apocalypse. Just straight up blasphemy. Miss Williams said, I know Beyonce is a witch. I was joking by saying she's young because her lie is she was born 1981. Hold on. But there's actually a magazine from 1981 and there's a photo of her looking to be... Yeah, she definitely lied about her age. She's way older than that. Riri, these poor children and victims it's very despicable. And it makes me very angry that these people don't give no fucks about it. I'd literally do jail time if my daughter had that happen or my grandson. Right. Demons can't enter without being invited, so that speaks volumes of the church parishes. Thank you. Demons can only inhabit you if you invite them. Or if you're in such a low vibrational state and you are so weak to where you can't fight them off. On the Conjuring, the first one, where they show Ed and Lorraine Warren teaching the class about demonology. And they explain how possession happens. They said it starts with oppression, oppressive thoughts, depression, possession. That's why, like me being born with Graves' disease, symptoms of that is anxiety and depression. And what I've been going through has been triggering depression because of the journey, the health challenges, and all of that. And I've been fighting depression. I don't ever claim that. I fight it. I might experience those emotions. I don't stay there. And even what I'm going through is a test. For those of y'all, Auntie Mickey, who had all that negative shit to say about my health conditions, I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to call you out by name, no nickname. I saw you end up with breast cancer. You might want to keep my name and my health issues out your motherfucking mouth, bitch, because you old as hell, first of all. You the main geriatric Royal Reject of YouTube. I saw you end up with breast cancer. What I'm going through with my health is not karma, bitch. I heard you say that shit more than once. And you didn't just say it on Stone Paxton's platform either. Be very careful how you handle and speak about me. Because my ancestors is on your ass, motherfucker. You old as hell. And trust me when I say you gonna meet death before I ever do. While you was speaking that bullshit over my life. The challenges I'm going through are a test of my faith and resiliency and strength. In all the challenges I'm going through, I speak victory, abundance, and healing over. But don't get it twisted, baby. Not only am I a Scorpio, I'm a very powerful spiritualist. And my prayers of protection are very real when I say that any energy rising up against me, speaking against me, plotting and planning against me shall fall immediately and be destroyed. And that chaos and confusion and death and hell will follow your evil intentions and your evil words right back to your ass. Come on, yeah, that's probably why she's sick. You should have never said that shit. Let me tell y'all something that I know about angels and demons. Did y'all know that the demons defend the chosen? I bet you didn't know that shit. So those evil energies that you're tapping into to speak negative of me will immediately destroy you the minute you do that shit. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, thou believest there is one God, thou doest well. Even the demons believe and tremble before God. So when you resonate with God, the demons will come for your ass. Because your frequency is so low, you have no protection. So be very careful of me. Be very, very careful. Don't ever think I'm weak because of the challenges that have been placed before me to overcome to be an example of faith and resilience. Don't ever think that. Because I think you would like what you in your 70s, if I'm not mistaken. I believe you're 76. I've never known a person 76 to bounce back from breast cancer. In fact, you should probably go to the doctor and get an evaluation done. Because since I was 8 years old, I've had premonitions of people's funerals and they have always died. This is not me speaking death over you. I'm telling you what I've seen in the 5D. Be thankful I'm even warning you. But you should definitely keep my name out your mouth. Because I will never do anything to you. But my ancestors, they know where you live. They know what you say. They know what you think. And now you're on their radar. Good luck. Raggedy bitch. Good luck with that. Yeah, Mickey was speaking on me because she's old as hell and ain't got shit else to do. I really don't even know why the fuck she was speaking on me. I think she's in her feelings from when I checked her months ago when she came in my chat talking shit and tried to go back and forth with me, and I blocked her off my channel. But you should never target someone's health. I mean, look at what Jaguar did. Y'all see how that shit playing out for her? It's not going well at all. I was like, why the fuck is she on Stone Paxton's channel talking shit about me? Again, these were things I was told, and I went to watch to verify, because I don't fuck with him or his channel no more. It's like, yeah, Mickey over there talking shit about you being sick and how you deserved it and it's karma. Really, bitch? You still in your feelings from when I blocked you off my channel? I ain't fuck with you at all. You're not on my radar as someone I speak about, because you're nothing to me, literally. Your very existence means absolutely nothing to me, like you don't exist. So it's amazing to me that you chose to speak on me, on his channel, in the chat. It's very interesting. All of y'all grouping together to come against one person because you know I'm more powerful than all of y'all combined. It's fine. Keep talking. My ancestors are going to keep fucking you up in the spiritual realm. Can't arrest an ancestor. So again, you speaking on me is you fucking yourself up. So go right ahead. I don't really give no fucks. Thank you. I haven't done shit to her at all. Yep. My gosh, you're anything but whack. Thank you. I don't speak on these people because they don't exist to me. They really don't. The only reason I'm even speaking on Stone is because I want to know why the fuck he ever came to my channel, just like I want to know why the fuck Jaguar did. And because he is directly connected to Clive, Jay-Z, and Diddy. And y'all know we all were supporting him, just like we all were supporting Jaguar, until they both, same pattern of betrayal. And now the involvement with all the mysterious deaths and shit that's going on. And even with that, I don't care about Stone to sit on my platform and tear him down. It's an investigation. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck sent you? Why did you ever come to my channel? Period. That's it. Because again, I didn't come find none of y'all. Ever. Both of y'all came and found me. And I really do believe it's because of the satanic ritual calendar and me connecting the dots. And what I really believe is that deep down inside, all of y'all are scared. You're afraid that you are getting exposed. And again, I'm not God. I'm just a messenger. It's God exposing y'all. But don't you ever think that any part of me is weak. Even when I experience human emotions like depression or feeling discouraged, what I literally do is I start doing positive affirmations. I start doing the mantras. All my needs are met. All my needs are met is not about money. That's about healing, favor, prosperity, and abundance. All my needs are met. I'm always provided for. I'm always taken care of. I am healed. I am abundant. I am blessed. I'm highly favored. And I am divinely protected. And the way my spiritual protection is set up, y'all are definitely not prepared to deal with that. Because your vibration's way too low. So if you're lower than me spiritually, how the fuck do you think you can even touch me spiritually? When I've literally cast demons out of people in real life. You're not even halfway powerful enough to do that because you don't even have control over your own demons. They have control over you, which is why I can command them to fuck you up. See how that works? Y'all didn't know that demons protect the high vibrationals? The Bible says that even the demons believe and tremble. That means they bow before God. There's angels of light and dark that will move on my behalf against you the minute you come against me. It ain't about sending people after you. It ain't about doing spell work. It's protection. You come against me, you speak against me, you betray me, you be on some deceptive shit. Oh, I ain't gotta do shit. I literally only have to spiritually hand you over to them. And they will take care of all of it. That's how that works. And I keep it pushing. And I keep my focus on what I need to keep it on, which is my healing and abundance. I ain't got time for shit else. Literally, I don't. So I think she, like most people, I'm realizing that it's crazy that I'm not a celebrity, but a lot of people clout chase off of me on this platform. Straight up. They do. They ain't got shit else to talk about. And deep down inside, even if you're talking shit, that means you're watching. And if you're watching, it's because something I'm saying resonates with you, even if it pisses you off. Because I know one thing about me, I do not watch people I don't fuck with. I'll go watch some shit to verify what somebody told me. That's about it. And literally, it's only to do that. I don't sit there and watch people's entire lives. I don't care. Once I don't fuck with you, I really just don't fucking care. Every Scorpio's like that. We can be very nonchalant, we don't give a fuck, So again, it amazes me. And again, these are all people who I've never even heard of her. I'm just being real. I've never heard of Auntie Mickey until Stone Paxton. Never heard of Quiet Storm until Stone Paxton. What was the other one that he gave me the link to where him and the one chick was on her live? I don't remember her name. I really remember her name, whatever her channel was, where him and that Sharon lady was on the live together. I really don't remember that lady's name. That's how much I'm not involved in these people's channels. Half these people that this nigga done told me about, I ain't even ever heard of, don't even watch. So it's like, all of y'all speaking on me, but I don't fuck with y'all. So, it's letting me know that clearly the things I'm saying and doing are hitting somebody's nail on the head. I think the nervousness from you guys is because the Satanic Ritual Calendar is actually exposing all of you. That's why y'all keep grouping together to try to come against me, and it hasn't worked yet. It never will. Yes, Messy Sweet Spot. Thank you. Ain't never fucked with that woman or her channel, and that nigga kept sending me links to go watch her channel. I'm like, why does Stone keep sending me this shit? Mister, don't involve me in your bullshit, but you sure enough kept involving me in yours. Kept sending me links to fucking Paperwork Party TV's channel. D, he's over there talking shit about me. You a grown ass man, nigga. Go address that nigga yourself. Got me up here defending your motherfucking ass when you was two-faced the whole goddamn time. Now Quiet Storm is over there talking shit about me, D. Why are all the people talking shit about me? Well, because they see you aligned, Then I realized, no, they talking shit about you because you full of shit. Took me a minute to realize that, but once I did, it wasn't hard to figure out. Yeah, the Messy Sweet Spot. I don't even know her. Ain't never watched her channel ever. I do believe that's one of the people Jaguar says she didn't like. Yeah, that's matter of fact, that's why I never watched her. Because when I was aligned with her, I, loyal to a motherfucker that didn't deserve it. And to be honest, even the lives where he sent me the links, it was boring. Like that, it's an older crowd. I'm not at the age of the geriatrics, so their lives that they did were like boring. But it's like, I look at these patterns. You sit up on your platform and say that I was negative and that I was involving you in drama, but you never told. That's why I wanted to expose our DMs so everybody could see how fucking messy and two-faced your ass was. But you not worth that shit. That's giving you way too much energy. I could easily expose all the damn people you talk shit about and the links you were sending and the bullshit you kept starting that I did not want to be involved in. So, again, it amazes me how y'all are grouping together on platforms to talk shit, but yet I'm focused on me in my channel, my goals that I'm actually pursuing outside of YouTube, because YouTube is not a goal for me like it is for y'all. My goal is to be a multimedia producer, senior editor, artist, and to have my show on my own network. That's literally what I'm pursuing right now in real life. Not to dominate YouTube the way Jaguar wants to dominate YouTube. I don't give a fuck about YouTube. I really don't. Not as a platform. I prefer Rumble. So, once things have settled and I have a little more time, I'll be back on Rumble. We're definitely going to do a watch party on Rumble of the They Them movie and of the Making of the Bad Boy. Since that did pop up tonight and I started watching, I was like, oh yeah, we need to watch this so I can give my commentary. Because there's a lot of interesting information on that. I'll be honest, I believe the things Jaguar has said on that in regards to Diddy and Jay-Z. What I don't believe is that she's some innocent victim of Jay-Z and Diddy. I don't believe that at all. I believe she was very much involved and still is. That's my opinion. Riri said, what's funny is like he actually like a young 30-year-old, right? I don't F with that bitch anymore after I cussed him out. You know what, Riri? You be cracking me up. Thank you, hashtag Forever Freedom. That's what's important. Not all this drama and bullshit that these... And here's the thing. People are just stupid as hell. Y'all really think that we don't know that you're paid distractions? Y'all think we don't know that people have sent y'all on YouTube to be distractions? Because again, why the fuck Stone and Jaguar, we ain't never heard either one of them motherfuckers talk about the children being trafficked? We've definitely heard them both clout chase and be about drama. We have never heard them talk about helping children who are survivors of sexual abuse and sex trafficking. Never. And I find that the more I talk about not only the satanic ritual calendar and exposing that shit and connecting the dots to current events, also the more I talk about Forever Freedom and trying to help survivors, the more they talk shit to try to get people to not support me in my platform. And here's the thing. Anyone that leaves that wants to support them weren't ever true supporters of mine in the first place. And I'm glad they're gone because they've been replaced with people that actually do support this platform and that support the movement of actually trying to implement healing for those who are survivors. We don't have time to do the petty real rejects of YouTube back and forth. We don't even do that shit on here. And anytime we've pulled up collectively to a platform, we've always pulled up collectively supporting that platform. So it's always your loss when you fuck up the support. Always. So family, I'm going to end this live. Yeah, I didn't even realize it was this late. I got to get up in a few hours. I want to thank everybody who joined the live tonight. I know it's been a minute. Life has been lifing, and your girl D has been dealing with a lot in real life. Y'all continue to keep me in your prayers. They are needed. For every health challenge that I am dealing with, I speak healing and abundance over it, no matter what my body is going through. This is all a test of my faith, and I'm going to ace the test. Y'all make sure to like this video. Share the video, comment after the live. I really do enjoy when I go to approve the comments and seeing all of the support and the prayers. And for those who can and want to support the channel as well as my medical journey, please feel free to send a donation right now. Because of the medical challenges that I am speaking healing over, I am in need of emergency assistance. So for those who can, please send a donation to my Cash App or Venmo. And for those who cannot, just send prayers. We don't worry. We do not spend our energy on worrying. We do not spend our energy on fear. We spend our energy on speaking abundance, healing, prosperity, favor, peace, joy, and we keep it pushing. We don't get involved in all this extra bullshit. That's a distraction, because that's all the fuck it is. I'm going to make sure that I get Forever Freedom launched, and I'm going to help as many people as I can heal. That's what my sole purpose is on this planet. It's not about all that extra bullshit. So I want to thank all of y'all for engaging in the chat. It was really good to be back with y'all tonight. I am not going to lie. I know it's been a minute. And like I said, I've had so much going on, but I appreciate all of you so very much. And I just really do appreciate you. Andrew D, my thoughts and prayers have been with you. Bottom line, I've missed you being on here. Thank you, my good brother. And I've really missed all of y'all too. That's why I decided tonight to, jump on here despite me being tired, because I've missed us. We're on our channel. We're a family. Fuck all that bullshit on the other platforms. We're a real family on here, and I really do love and appreciate all of you so much. Riri, I miss you all and love y'all. Thank you, Riri. We love you back. Cody, love you, fam. Chat, if you can, please send prayers or donations. Thank you, Cody. Yes, they are both needed at this time. Miss Williams, thank you. Riri, thank you. Purple Heart, thank you. Purple Flower, I love you guys. Y'all stay focused on what matters. I will try to be back, but like I said, I've got a lot going on right now. So if I'm not back for a while, y'all just keep me in your prayers, and y'all know I'll be back soon. But what I will do, because I know there were some new people in the chat tonight, once the live ends, I will post the link for the Satanic Ritual Calendar. I want y'all to go look at the dates. Look at July 20th and look at the dates of Beyonce's concerts, and you will see how this is all connected to that calendar. And I know that's the real reason that so many people are coming against my platform, because of what I'm exposing. But I am always divinely protected, and so are all of us. So let's stay focused on what matters. Please pray for all survivors of sexual abuse, especially these children. Pray for their healing, y'all. For real, every day when you pray for the healing of the children who have been and are being trafficked. Pray for the children who are now adults that are still dealing with the trauma and don't know how to deal with it. Pray for their healing. Pray for their minds. Pray for the children who have not been found to be found. Let's put our energy towards that, okay? Let's put our energy towards, let's raise a vibration of healing for survivors. And Forever Freedom, I'm speaking that into existence. That will be launched. And I want that to start before the end of this year as well. So keep all the survivors in your prayers and pray for their justice. Let's do that. Let's stay focused on that. So love you guys. Y'all have a beautiful night. I'll be back soon.